Hi everybody, we're going to talk about how to do the article project. So the first thing you want to do is start in Canvas with the article project assignment for whichever one is currently due. There's a list of simple directions here, but you can always click this big link at the top to open up the real project packet, which has all the directions in much greater detail. So step one, open Newsela.com. When you're there, if you're not signed in, you need to sign in. There'll be a link at the top right. Make sure you use your Warren Google account. And then you'll be all ready to go. So look around at some of the headlines, look at some of the pictures. There's one about climate change and nuclear power. Here's one with President Obama, something about visiting mosques. This one has something about the U.S. investigating safety related to hoverboards. That one kind of seems interesting to me. I'm going to click on it. First thing I want to point out is, again, with Newsela, it's pretty cool. If you start to skim through this and there's words or vocab that you're not familiar with or it just seems confusing, first thing you want to do is go over here on the right-hand side. You can change the reading level. So right now it's at this one. If you want to drop it down a little bit, just click on it. It might take a second to load, but it's going to decrease the reading level. There you go. Take away some of those complicated words, simplify things a little bit. Also, if you prefer to read in Spanish, on this particular article, there is a Spanish option. Not all of them have that option, but you can feel free to click that if you want to read it in Spanish. Once it's at a reading level that you feel comfortable with, just kind of skim through it and see if it's really truly an article that you think you could use for the project. Remember, you need to relate it to economics. So you want to think about if there's anything in here that you can very clearly explain and connect to something we've talked to in class. One thing I'm noticing is that it mentions the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, which is a part of our government. I think it also is going to go on to talk about how dangerous the hoverboards seem to be. There's not safety standards. It seems like there's something I could use here, maybe related to government regulation and how that might impact the supply of these. So I'm going to use it. So what I need to do is I need to copy the link to this article, highlight that, right-click, click copy, and then I need to go into a Google Doc and simply paste this link in, right-click, paste. From there, I'm going to go back to Canvas to see what I'm supposed to do next. I've done everything through step 4, so I'll probably go back and read the article much more carefully than what I just did. Assuming you've done that, let's move on to step 6. You need to start to write about the article. If you don't know what you're supposed to write about, you'll probably not do it right, and you'll probably get a bad score. So you want to open up the project packet and follow the detailed directions that are listed here. Specifically, you want to go to step 3, which is right here. Step 3 tells you very clearly what exactly you have to include in your doc to get full points. You need to include information about the article. You need to write about the central idea of what the article said, and also connect it to economics class. So if we jump back over to the doc, we've already got the link, which is one of the things we need. We also need the title of the article. So I should just go copy that from what the Newsela article title is. I'm just going to right click, copy this, go over here, paste that in. The next thing I need to do is I need to do the class, the central idea. All right, so boom, I just did this. Central idea summary is done. Next, I need to go to part 2 of the main part that I'm writing, which of course, as it shows in the packet, is the class connections part. So I'm going to go write that right now. And bam! So there's my class connections. So at this point, I'm pretty much done. The only thing I should really do is go to tools and maybe check spelling. Looks like my spelling's okay. Maybe read it, proofread it, make sure it's good to go. Then I can go back to Canvas and I need to submit it. Click submit, this blue button. Down here, I need to make sure that I've selected Google Doc as my option. It'll load my files. Scroll down until I find it. There it is, article project number 1. Click this box and submit that assignment, and I am good to go. I hope the video was helpful. If you're confused, if you have questions, don't forget to ask your teacher or talk to somebody else who did it and had success with it. Thanks.